Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, cool. So Elizabeth, you can take it on from here. I don't know if you want to, if you can just introduce yourself in terms of like who you are, and then you can ask the questions that you shared with us.
Okay. I'm Elizabeth from GH-Aviation.
Okay.
Yes, an aviation media in Ghana. And I'd like to know more
Yeah.
about SITA and how it helps our airport. So I'm in line with Mr. Jihad Boueri.
Yes, my name is Jihad Boueri.
Boueri.
I
Sorry,
am the
sir.
vice. Yes, I'm the SITA Vice President covering the Middle East and Africa for the airport and
Okay.
airline business. So
Okay.
Ghana comes within the geography that I do cover.
All right, sir. Thank you. Would like to know what SITA is. That if you can give us a brief history of SITA.
Yes. You know, SITA, you have been hearing about it maybe. We are the worldwide leading and specialist in the air transport solution. We provide IT for the air transport industry. So to make it clear, on the airport, for example, all the IT services regarding the check-in, regarding the baggage, regarding the airport management, all what you see when we process the passenger and what you cannot see, which runs as software and in the background, this is provided by SITA. So we are the leading specialist in the IT for the air transport industry. We facilitate collaboration across all these stakeholders in the air transport industry: ground handlers, airport, airlines, passenger. So we work closely with most of the air transport organizations, more than 2,800 of them. So we are too much engaged in the air travel.
Okay. In the press release that came on, I think 3 weeks ago, you stated that CITES technology will be vital in positioning the airport as a preeminent hub in West Africa, leading the way in passenger automation and operational efficiency. When I talk about the airports, I'm talking about the Kotoka International Airport, and specifically Terminal 3. So what does that statement mean? Because to a layman, knowing about CITES technology, how would it be vital in positioning the airport, Kotoka International Airport, as a preeminent hub in West Africa, leading the way in passenger automation and operational efficiency? Because the Kotoka International Airport is looking at, that's for the Terminal 3, looking at having about 5 million passengers throughput within a year. So what does this statement mean in that regard?
I don't know if I got your question well because the voice was cutting, but let me repeat if I got you well. So you
Okay.
want to know how our technology will help the airport facilitating the passenger and accommodating more passengers? You want a
Okay.
briefing on our services that we provide? Is it the question?
In the press release that came out about 2 weeks ago, during the ACI conference,
Yes,
you said CTES technology will be vital in positioning the airport as a
yes,
preeminent hub in West Africa, leading the way in passenger automation and operational efficiency.
yes.
Can you explain it
Right.
more? Because I'm seeing this
Okay.
as technology language. So just explain it more so that we can understand it.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure. Look, to make it simple, uh, how can we facilitate the airport being a hub in West Africa, for example, in the case of Ghana? Or how do we do to facilitate the passenger journey?
Yeah.
everything is about passenger facilitation. It is for the airport to be a hub and to attract airlines. The airport should provide all the facilities for the airlines and for the passenger, so that the passengers would like to travel through this airport. So we need to make a smooth travel. We need the passenger to come to the airport and enjoy his trip. And this is where we use the technology to accomplish most of them, if not all. Let me give you a concrete example. For example, from what has been installed in Ghana or most of other airports, the passenger today needs to have control over his trip. Need to have control. It means he likes to do things himself if he wish. He likes to be informed at any point of time. He does not like to wait in queues. He wants to have the knowledge about his baggage and all his trip. So what we are providing through the IT, we are facilitating all this, starting from the self-check-in. If you see at the airport in Accra now, you have the, what we call it, the common use self-check-in. So the customer can do the check-in himself without the need for a counter or for assistance. He can get his boarding pass. He can proceed and drop his baggage. Then there is a gate where the gate will read automatically his boarding pass and will direct him through the right direction in the airport. So it is like a double check on his boarding pass and if he is on the right track of the airport. You have all the information displayed around him to guide him through the flight and the gate. So we are giving all these facilities for the passenger using this airport. In addition to this, and this is thing we do not see what's happening behind the scene on the baggage. So there is a system that can track the baggage, ensure that every passenger is on the place with his baggage, and help also in case of transit to track the baggage using the readers, the 2D barcode readers, so that we ensure that the baggage will reach along with the customer. Something very important on a hub as well is for the airlines. Airlines have to be served quickly, so there is accuracy of data that the airport should keep. And what is being installed is the airport management system, which is like a database that captures all the information on time, on real time, about all the flights coming and departing. So once this is used, this software application is used, the airport is managed efficiently and with accuracy, and that will help a lot as well the revenue generation that will come to the airport from the airline, the ground handler, and the people using the airport. So if there is a change, there is a disruption, whatever there is, it will be captured. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so if I get this right, the airport management system would help the airport track the revenue from the airlines. So, for instance, previously, I think at the domestic terminal, the charges were done using a section of the boarding passes. Are you saying that with the installation of the airport management system, we don't need those boarding passes anymore? That everything will be automated? So that
sorry, I didn't get you. With the airport management, we don't need the boarding pass.
Okay, so you said that with the airport management system, that's the installation of the airport management system, the airport can track the revenue from the airline.
Yes.
Okay, so does that mean that if, for instance, a flight leaving in the morning, say 8:30 a.m., and the airline has about 50 passengers, and all 50 passengers fly, the airports can know that, yes, 50 passengers flew on so and so airline, and this is how much they are supposed to charge the airline. Is that it? Because previously, I know it was being done manually. So with this installation, would the manual stop, or has the manual stopped at the Kotoka International Airport?
Yes, with the airport management system, what I said, the airport will have a full control over what's happening at the airport. Because the charging is not only related to number of passengers. For the number of passengers, when you are passing through this gate, I say there is a gate that reads the passenger count and opens that allow you to access. This can facilitate, this can count the boarding passes. Okay. And the airport management system can be integrated whether with these gates or with the messages that come from the airline, and can capture the boarding pass the number automatically. So you don't need to do a manual counting. The second source of revenue is all the aeronautical revenue. The landing fee, the parking fee, all the services being provided to the aeroplane. These are tracked as a second, from the time of the touchdown till the on-shock, off-shock. All the movement of the aeroplane on the tarmac is being tracked in the AODB, and this will facilitate the charges of all the services that will be provided to the airlines. And this system can have a billing module that can integrate with any SAP system or any financial system that the airport will have, so that everything will be automated.
Okay.
Did I answer your question?
Okay. So, in the case of Kotoka International Airport, do we have all this? That is the airport management system, the aeronautical revenue, the billing model, all integrated. Do we have it?
In Ghana?
Yes.
Yeah, what we installed in Ghana, we installed the common use self-check-in, that the passenger can do the check-in itself.
Okay.
And it is the first airport in West Africa using the boarding pass validation self-service. These gates where you show your boarding pass, and the boarding pass, whether it is on your mobile or on a piece of paper or the normal boarding pass, it will be validated through a self-service gate. So the gate automatically verifies this and opens and give you the access, even if this is printed at home.
Access to the immigration.
That's not immigration. Immigration is separate, because immigration has to do with the with other entities than the airport. This is only to validate the boarding pass and allow the passenger to travel.
Okay. What I mean is, at Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3, when your boarding pass is validated, it links you to the immigration. Is that what we are talking about? That's with the infrastructure of Kotoka International Airport. There is a small gate that validates the boarding pass. Is that what we are talking about? That system? Is that a self-boarding?
Yes.
Okay then. All right.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you well. There is a lot of cut in the line. That's why I try to repeat what you are asking. The gate that is being provided, to the airport, these gates are only to validate the boarding passes, because when you print the boarding pass at home, you can easily do a fraud. You can easily have a wrong ticket and a wrong boarding pass. So when you scan it, the system will check the validity and that you are on the right time, at the right place at the airport. And this is what will allow the gate to open and allow you to pass. This is not an immigration system.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the job is limited to this. Now, however, SITA can provide SITA can provide the e-gate that communicate with the immigration, can provide the self-boarding gate. So we can provide an A to Z self-service, but it has to be done step by step. What Ghana Airport has done now, they went further to the first step, and they are the first airport in West Africa to implement this. And of course, there will be a lot of things in the future if they want to carry on further with the self-service.
Oh, okay. That's enough. Okay.
So,
how many African airports uses SITA?
Look, we are, SITA is present at the airports for the airports and the airlines in general. Out of the 54 African countries, we are in 45. So practically, we are dominating the African market. We are everywhere. If you want a small history, we started in 1955 with Ethiopian Airlines. That was the first member. And then we continued to grow to include 196 customers, 39 members across the African countries. Mainly our hubs are Johannesburg and Cairo, with big offices in Ethiopia, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, and Angola.
Oh, okay. So you have an office in Ghana?
Yes. Yes, and now, because Ghana is not only a project that we have done and it's finished. We are there for 5 years to operate and maintain these systems. So our engineers are there, they are at the airport, and SITA has the operation and maintenance of all these systems, in addition to the airlines that we serve in Ghana as a city, not only at the airport. So we have been in Ghana before, and our presence is enhanced now with this project.
Okay. All right. So I asked the question with regards to Africa, but what of West Africa? How many airports?
I told you we are practically now in around, we are in most of the African countries, as I said, and across 27 African countries where we have most of our systems. I can send you later the list. I don't have it now in head, the list of the West African countries, but I can, through the agent, we can send it to you.
Okay, that would be great. That would be great. Okay.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Why would an airport decide to be without an infrastructure like SITA? Could it be cost related?
Again, sorry, again?
Why would an airport decide to be without an infrastructure like SITA? Could it be cost related? Because you're saying you are in 45 countries in Africa, but the other 9, why would they decide not to have your infrastructure? Could it be cost related? Is it that SITA is expensive, or?
Yeah, but there is a lot of challenges in the African market. That's why we are giving a lot of conferences, education in all these ACI events of Africa to convince the airports of the necessity to have the IT. The airport can operate without IT, and there is a lot of airports having very small systems that are still running manual. They can run the airport, but they cannot run it efficiently, they cannot run it quickly, they cannot attract more passengers and more airlines. So that's why we are all the time preaching, educating, helping the airports to understand why the IT system is important, how the IT will help the airport growing. It's not only a cost, it's an investment that you do today, and you grow your airport and you can ensure a lot of revenue out of this. And I think with Ghana, it was not difficult really, and they have done a very big move, and you can see the airport, and I think they are proud of it.
Yes, we are proud of the airport. Very.
Yeah. So Did I answer your question? Because I'm hearing the question with difficulty. Did I answer your question, or you need any more info that I did not provide you?
Oh, just specific, because I was thinking about the cost relation of
About the cost?
Yes, the cost
Yes.
of SITA. So on a scale of maybe 1 to 10, because I know there are other infrastructure out there, and why would one country or one airport decide to choose SITA? Maybe SITA is cheaper than the others. SITA is expensive, but you have a lot of things in it. You have an advantage over the other infrastructures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just on cost compared to other infrastructures.
Cost compared to what? To other, the cost compared to other vendors, you mean?
Yes, other vendors compared to other vendors.
Look, the cost, all the airports, before they award to SITA or other than SITA, normally they launch a kind of RFP. So there is a big competition in market between all the players. SITA covers the whole range of services at the airport, but we are not a monopoly. We are not the only one. We are the only one who can cover the full range. But in every area, we do have competitors. For example, on the check-in, we have competitor. On the baggage, we have competitor. On the airport management system, we have competitor. So we ensure always to balance between the price and the level of service that we give in order to remain competitive. We cannot be more expensive, because in this case the airport will not buy from us. And at the same time, we cannot provide a cheap stuff, because we have to provide something of value. So normally we strike a balance between what we offer as quality and the price.
Okay. So basically you're in the middle. You're not too cheap. You're not too expensive.
Yeah, no one airport will buy neither enough. Especially now, they are very well aware. They are cost conscious. So the airport look to the good product and look to the good price as well. So that's why we try all the time to balance the level of service we give at the right price. And especially for Africa, SITA has the biggest airport in the world, but we do have a very special offering for Africa, whether on price or on tuning the services to meet the small airports in Africa, because we cannot implement the big systems the same way at a small airport like at a big airport. So we are tuning our offering to meet the African market.
Okay. Thank you so much. Before you give your last word, can you clarify this for me? So with regards to Kotoka International Airport in Ghana and the services you give us, we don't have the aeronautical revenue control, right?
I would like you please to repeat the question. I did not get it, especially it is the last one.
With regards to Kotoka International Airport and the services you give us, aeronautical revenue control is not part of it.
Yes.
Okay then.
How do we boost the aeronautical revenue, you mean?
Yes, please.
Yes, mainly the aeronautical revenue. A good aeronautical revenue is related to a good data, the accuracy of data. So the more we attract airlines and the more we provide the right data from the airlines, we can do a real billing and we can avoid all the dispute. Most of the dispute at the airports and most of the leakage in revenue is coming from wrong data, from not accurate data. That's why we work on collaboration between the airline, the ground handler, the airport. we equip the airport with the right system to collect all the information on time, has the accurate data, and this accurate data is linked to the billing module. So the way we help the airport securing a good aeronautical revenue is by giving the airport the full control over all the movements that are happening and that are billable. So he can really ensure that he is not missing anything. This is mainly a role played by the airport management system.
Okay. So do we have this mode for Ghana?
Yes, we do.
Because I know that sometimes you go for systems that you select what you want.
We do have the airport. We do have the airport management system in Ghana. It is equipped with the system that can provide the billing. And now, once it is used now, the airport is able to collect the information on time and generate the right invoices.
Okay. Okay, so we decide to use it. Okay, so we have it in the system, but we have not started using it now. Or are we using it?
I don't know if I did not say we are not using it now. Really, I don't know how they are using it. But I know that they do have the system, and system is distributing this information to many stakeholders, including the screens, the display that you see all around the airport. And it's based on this information that you can feed the billing system with the right data.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Can you give us your last word?
About my last word?
Yes, last word. Something
I think SITA is very proud from what has been done at Ghana Airport at Accra. We are very committed to the African continent. We have a task force now dedicated for Africa. We have an offering that has been done especially to Africa. We are partners in most of the African organizations, like in ACI Africa, in AFRA, in UGACO, in BARSA, in AZA, and everything. All these, we are very well active in most of these African organizations. So we are looking really to grow the African market or help the African market unleashing its potential in the aviation. So we are proud for what we have done so far in Kotoka, and we like to extend this to other airports in Ghana and other airports across Africa.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Jihad Boueri.
Now, there may be some questions that I did not get correctly. If you need some more information, you can email me and we can take it through the agent, because I was not hearing you exactly well, so I'm not sure that I answered all your questions the way you wanted it.
All right, sir. We'll truly do that.
Yeah, and from my side, I'll share the list of the countries that SITA operates in with you, Elizabeth. And if you need anything else, you can just ask me and I'll facilitate the communication.
That would be great.
Great.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Jihad Boueri, SITA Vice President, Airports for Middle East, India, and Africa. Really grateful for granting this interview.
Thank you very much.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you.